I have a confession to make. I thought when I brought out my book way back in 2005 that I would somehow magically be discovered, that this little bit of wisdom that I shared with the world would just take off like a rocket ship. Didn't happen. Brought out the second edition of the book. More concepts, more ideas, more stories. Okay, this is it. This is going to be it. This is going to happen. It didn't happen. In between that, I started a podcast for the Ripple Effect. Been on a couple of other podcasts, Conversations with Asha and Steve, Inquiring Minds with Donna Carlin, Steve Harper, and I worked on the third edition of the book, inspired by COVID, because let's face it, when we all couldn't see each other, everybody was hungry to see each other. So I wanted to share some ideas and thoughts and strategies, and the book required kind of an update. And I thought, okay, this is it. But then the reality started to sink in. There's a lot of noise out there. There's a lot of things that I can't compete with. A younger generation of influencers that understand social media, understand how to make videos that are super compelling and interesting, and how to leverage the algorithm in a way that allows people to be capable of discovering them a little bit easier. And I tell you, my confidence has dropped significantly. And it's kind of funny that I thought, hey, this thing would take off like a rocket ship. I'd be able to go out and speak and do a lot of things. I wasn't looking for celebrity, but I'd like to be known as the Ripple guy in a wider, larger audience, which is kind of ironic because I'm shy and introverted, and getting that attention makes me incredibly nervous. Yet I still wanted it, which I think is funny because as introverts, we actually crave to be recognized. We crave people to want to hear what we have to say and what we want to offer. And for us to get that attention and to feel like we're important. And then I realized actually swimming this past weekend that, this magic thing that I thought might happen probably is never going to happen. And that is okay. When I allow myself to compare what I'm doing to what other people are doing, it only is a recipe for making myself feel bad. Have you been there? I'm sure you have. If you've been on social media and you see your friends off gallivanting around the world on their great summer vacations, or somebody getting that job that you kind of coveted or wished you had, or just having some personal and professional success. We have this sense of envy that tends to be a real detractor when we look back in the mirror. At least it does for me, but I suspect for a lot of you as well. And what I realized in the pool was that I got to swim my own race. I am maybe not going to ever be known as an influencer. Maybe I'm never going to blow up. Maybe my book doesn't get discovered as the next great thing. But does that mean that I'm a failure? No. Does that mean that I'm not successful? No. Does that mean that I don't make a pretty darn good living off of what I do with rippling? No. It just may not be at the level that I thought it would be. And that's okay, because I have my own race to swim. I have my own path to follow. And this is the journey that I need to embrace and be on. And if things happen to take off, or I got somehow magically, a bit more visibility or notoriety because I'm committed to helping people build relationships in a more authentic, consistent way, hey, that'd be great. But it's not going to be the barometer by which I measure my success. Everybody else has their own thing to do. They're swimming their own race, and I need to swim my own race. And I need to focus on me and what I do on a daily, consistent basis to get better, to learn more, to try and grow my audience, to do what I can to put these little morsels of wisdom out there into the world, hoping that it may help one or two people. Would it be great to be in front of an audience of 50,000 people and share these ideas? Absolutely. Does it mean that that impact is any less because it's not happening at that level? No, because one person at a time who comes into and understands the power of the ripple, the power of their ability to connect with other people and how that impacts their success, their personal satisfaction in their life, their health and their happiness, well, then mission accomplished, right? I don't know what you might be struggling with or what you might be comparing yourself against. Let me just give you this one bit of advice. don't do it. Allow yourself to look yourself in the mirror and feel confident about what you do, what you offer, how and why you do what it is that you do. Because you are gifted, you are talented, and the world needs you. The world needs you to keep showing up, to keep doing what you're doing, and to keep creating those positive ripples. And if you do that, well, the impact that you make may just be significant enough. And that's all the influence that any of us could ever ask for. I'm going to get back to my race. Hope you get back to yours. And as always, ripple on.